voicemails laced with death threats. Earlier this year, the vice chair of the Maricopa Republican Party said she would, quote, lynch Richer. Lynch. All of this has necessitated increased security. The same Maricopa County tabulation center upon which Trump supporters descended 4 years ago will be fortified with 3 layers of fencing, with bulletproof glass, FBI agents on the ground, and snipers on adjacent roofs. A place to count votes in America. But something that bulletproof glass and sheriffs on horseback can't do anything about is the subversion of elections by suppressing votes through the filing of frivolous lawsuits and stalling tactics to not only slow down the certification, but to sow doubt about the process in the minds of American voters. Republicans in Arizona have launched several lawsuits to purge voters from the rolls or to require strict proof of citizenship at polling locations. One open Arizona lawsuit filed by the Arizona GOP chairwoman demands that the state purge at least 500,000 voters from its rolls, claiming they've either died or moved from the state. The Arizona Secretary of State, Adrian Fontes, says the complaint is full of faulty data and has moved to dismiss it, but it won't be the last challenge to Arizona voters. In 2022, Trump allies and the Arizona Republican Party attempted to steal Arizona's electoral votes by certifying a false slate of electors. 18 co-conspirators were indicted by a grand jury for the scheme. Their trial is set to begin in January. Here with me now in Phoenix is Arizona Secretary of State Adrian Fontes, who's also an executive board member of the Democratic Association of Secretaries of State. He previously and importantly served as the county recorder for Maricopa County. Good to see you again.
Good to be back.
Good to have you back. Regular
thing.
Thank you. Yeah. And I love that you come out and we have these conversations because, to me, you're the opposite of everything I just said, right? There are people who are sowing doubts in the political and the democratic process in this country. We don't really have a problem in the voting process in this country, nor do you have a problem in this state or Michigan or Pennsylvania or Georgia, anywhere else. People like you who administer elections in this state, it works well.
It works well, and it's a bipartisan system run, as you indicated in the opener, by regular folks like you and me. We've got almost 10,000 jurisdictions in the United States of America. Maricopa County is the second largest, but we do it in so many different ways. Local laws, statutes, local kind of the way the government is set up, and it's really, really robust. And we've actually never been more secure, more accountable, more transparent than we are now because of the way we've had to combat the dis and malinformation that have been flooding the zone and really causing a lot of the problems that you've been talking about.
What are the bigger problems? The logistics and the particular problems that stand in the way of people voting, or the mis and dis and malinformation that causes people to think there's something wrong with the system? I can't tell. Which is the bigger problem?
The biggest problem is elected officials and candidates who are still lying about elections. They are lying to their fellow citizens, and they are lying in a way that helps to erode the civic faith that we have in one another as Americans. That's the biggest problem. Everything else stems from that. And leadership matters in the United States of America. This is not a game. And, you know, folks who are trying to be responsible, like Mayor Giles, who you had on earlier, and the congressman, like myself, like others, we just want folks to be able to vote.
Right.
We just want to do our jobs. It's the liars, those folks who are grifting. We've got candidates right now who have their own 501c3s that are promoting this lie, paying themselves by gathering up money from around, you know, and it's the folks that are being cheated. That's the problem.
You were the person who administered the votes in Maricopa County before you became the Secretary of State.
In 2020.
That's right. And so you know how it worked. It's wild to me that we are talking about. I actually asked my staff to check this fact about the fact that they're going to have snipers and 3 layers of fencing and FBI agents, because it's incredible to me that we're saying that these words are coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. We've taken a lot of precautions ourselves. And look, since I took office as secretary in January of 23, we have worked directly with state, federal, and local law enforcement agents. And we've had even folks from the Counterterrorism Information Center here in Arizona and CISA out inspecting our places where we do this work across this state, getting our cybersecurity, physical security agents out there from CISA to give us information, and then going out with Tiger teams to help put in the bulletproof glass, do the ramps, do the firewalls in their electronic information technology systems. We've had to really secure things. Again, we've never been more secure than we are now, but unfortunately, we've kind of got to secure ourselves against ourselves.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Let's talk a little about these fears that people are talking about with non-citizens voting. You and every Secretary of State think about these things. You know how to take precautions. There are some jurisdictions in the country where non-citizens are allowed to vote in certain local jurisdictions, sure, but they're not permitted to vote in federal elections, and it's not really a thing. Donald Trump is making it seem like he said people don't speak the language, they don't even know what country they're in, but somehow they're going to mobilize to vote en masse. It's not really a thing.
No, it's not really a thing. Interestingly, if you look at the history of it, alien suffrage was always a thing until 1926. The last state to remove non-citizens from voting was Arkansas, right, in the Deep South. But citizenship is a requirement now, and in every state in the union, everyone does the same thing except Arizona. We've got a higher standard. Huh. Everybody else in the country signs an affidavit under penalty of perjury that they are a citizen. Right. That's it. You do it if you're a citizen, everybody else does it. But in Arizona, you've got to additionally provide documented proof of citizenship to vote in all of our state systems. So when people are saying, oh, well, we've got these folks without documents, they're automatically illegal. No. They've met the standard that every other American has met. Right. They just haven't met that higher standard that we can verify at this point. So would they still be eligible to vote in federal elections? Yes, for president, for Senate, for Congress. We are right now in the process of working out some of these issues, but it is vanishingly rare that a non-citizen, A, registers, and even more rare that they'll cast a ballot. They're risking a lot.
Well, I was going to say, the penalty upon penalty of perjury is a real thing. In other words, what is it you want to do as a non-citizen to risk the fact that someone determines that you voted as a non-citizen and then prosecute?
Right. Well, think about this. If you're not here legally, are you going to give the government your name, your date of birth, your address, and then have them have that verifiable information? And if they find out you've done it, you will never become a citizen ever again, which is what most people want. It doesn't make sense on its face. But again, the liars, the grifters, the folks that want us divided one from another, they're going to capitalize on this same lie that they've been using year in and year out. It's like bamboo ballots all over again, right? This is just the problem that we have, and unfortunately, people are buying it.
What's your sense of how it's going to go after election night in terms of we're just going to have to get used to the fact that we may not all get results on election night?
Well, we're not going to have official results on election night. Let's just be real clear. There are never results on election night that are official. Networks, news agencies, folks.
They'll make projections.
They'll make projections, and that's great. Make your projections. That's what you get to do. We won't have official results until we have official results. Across the entire country, that's just the way it works. But we pay attention as citizens, as residents, as people interested, to those projections. We turn around and walk away. In Arizona, nobody ever cared until we got close politically. And that's where the anxiety comes in, because folks just want to know right now. We're probably going to be, I would guesstimate, about 10 to 13 days out from Election Day till we have those final official results, hopefully much sooner. And if we get them, we'll get them, we'll certify them, and we'll move on. It's the shenanigans beyond that that are a little bit of a concern. And
but people just need to trust that people like you are on the case and don't listen to people who are suggesting it because it's a few days.
As we have been for years and years and years,
Good to see you again. As always, thanks always for making time to talk to us.
Happy to be here.
Adrian Fontes is the Democratic Secretary of State of Arizona. All right, still ahead on Velshi Across America, I'm going to speak with Jen Fifield, a reporter with VoteBeat covering elections and voting right here in Arizona. Plus, today's meeting of the Velshi Band Book Club is a long time in the making. The iconic Judy Blume joins me together with Velshi Band Book Club alumnus Jason Reynolds. His new book, 24 Seconds from Now, the modern answer to Judy Blume's classic book Forever, is being heralded as an important continuation of Blume's legacy. That's later in the show. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing Allison's Black Psoriasis. She thinks her flaky gray patches are all people see.
Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis. Over here. Otezla can help you get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking with no routine blood tests required. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over a decade. Otezla is also approved to treat psoriatic arthritis. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can happen. Otezla may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Some people taking Otezla had depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur.
With clear skin, girls' day out is a good day out. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla.
Join us at your local More Furniture as we celebrate the biggest sale of the year with unbelievable discounts on fall arrivals for every room in your home. Right now, you're getting our very best offer when you pay no money down, subtract the tax, and pay absolutely no interest until January 2026. You'll also get free white glove delivery, and we'll remove and donate your gently used pieces locally. With prices this low, the best selection won't last long. Visit your local showroom today.
The Oracle Jet sets the new standard in automation, performance and speed. Powered by the ThermoJet heating system, it's ready in seconds. Select from cafe favourites, including refreshing new cold coffees. Auto grind, dose and tamp for a well-balanced extraction. And automatically texture milk for silky smooth microfoam. It's the benchmark redefined from Breville.
Switch to Square and join over 4 million businesses worldwide. Start with our point of sale. More than a system, it's the brain of your business. Train your staff in minutes and connect your POS to a KDS to handle orders ASAP. And with Square Banking, get a loan quickly for everything from small repairs to the biggest dreams. Gain time and peace of mind with restaurant tools that bring everything together. Switch to Square today. Visit square.com to get started.
Dinner time distress is out, really out. Because with Cook Unity, leaving it to the pros is in. Chef prepared, delivered, ready to dig in is so in. Cook Unity, the chef is in.
This is the greatest sleep innovation ever created. It's the patented GelFlex grid inside every Purple mattress. Only Purple passes the raw egg test because only Purple cradles your body and simultaneously supports it. Memory foam doesn't come close. Purple conforms to relieve pressure from hips and shoulders while supporting your spine and instantly adapts no matter your position. Sleep on a Purple risk-free for 100 nights. Visit purple.com or a store near you.
More than ever, dialogue is everything. More than ever, questions require follow-up questions. More than ever, numbers must be crunched, dots must be connected, and steady voices must break through the noise. Because more than ever, it's go time.
All right, we're here in Phoenix, Arizona for a special edition of Velshi Across America. I'm joined now by a friend of our show, Jen Fifield, a reporter with VoteBeat covering elections and voting in Arizona. We leaned on Jen's reporting a lot after the last elections and during the recount in Maricopa County, the state's most populous county. Jen, great to see you. Thank you for, we were joking in the commercial break that I didn't know reporters like you who covered the beats. I didn't know secretaries of state who administered elections. We didn't talk about these things in the past. And now you're not only central to what's going on in Arizona, but what's going on in Arizona is central to what's going to happen in this country.
Absolutely. I mean, the eyes have been on Arizona since 2020, and I don't think that's going to change.
No. Talk to me about the things that you're looking at, both the disinformation that we were just talking about with the Secretary of State and actual voting issues.
Yeah, the non-citizen voting thing has been a thing this summer. I mean, we had a real mistake happen here where we weren't sure if we had collected documents for some residents, which really ramped up the misinformation going. Elon Musk commenting on Twitter about how we had all these non-citizens voting here. And so that's been the main thing that I've been watching. I've been watching out for Dropbox watchers, as we saw last time.